All right, it's about 10:45 a.m. on Saturday morning. Yesterday, we saw the DOJ release a lot of documents for the Epstein files. I've read that it's hundreds of thousands of pages. We've all seen the redactions. I mean, there was one document that was 100 or 110 pages long, and every piece of text was redacted. Each page was just a giant black rectangle. And obviously, their production is not complete under the terms of the Epstein Transparency Act, which is now the law, and it contains both civil and criminal provisions for failure to comply in various forms, whether it's not producing enough or making improper redactions. And so let's talk about enforcement options that are available, because both Republicans and Democrats are saying, you know, this is bullshit what you guys produced. And you didn't produce everything, and you missed the deadline, you haven't produced enough, and we're suspicious of the redactions that you've made. And there are criminal prosecution options within the statute, but Pam Bondi is not going to prosecute herself. She's the Attorney General. She is a Trump loyalist. She is covering up for Donald Trump relative to the Epstein files. So I think for now, the criminal prosecution options are off the table. But Republicans and Democrats in the House and the Senate can sue the Department of Justice and Pam Bondi civilly. And let's talk specifically about the redactions themselves. If Democrats or Republicans sue the Department of Justice civilly and allege that some of these redactions are improper or were made in a manner that is inconsistent with the terms of the statute, the Epstein Transparency Act, then the judge could order the DOJ to produce to him or her, not released publicly, but the judge could order that the DOJ produce unredacted copies of all of the documents produced yesterday to the judge. And then the judge can do what's called an in-camera review, meaning that the judge will take the redacted set of documents and the unredacted set of documents into their chambers outside of public view and go through them page by page and see what redactions were made, and on the unredacted copy of the documents, see what the DOJ blacked out, compare to the terms, the language of the statute, and make a determination as to whether or not the redactions that the DOJ made were proper and were consistent with the language of the statute. If the judge determines that some of the redactions are improper or inconsistent with the terms of the statute, then the judge can order the DOJ to produce a whole other set of these documents with a different set of redactions based on the judge's order. And then, you know, can also hold Pam Bondi in civil contempt, can fine the DOJ. There's a whole range of options that the judge can do in that case. But for now, I think criminal prosecution or criminal penalties are off the table. The best and I think only option available to Democrats and Republicans who are dissatisfied with the amount of documents produced and who are dissatisfied with the redactions that have been made. I think their only option right now is to sue the Department of Justice in civil court. And I would expect that to happen in short order. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments.